you are like me, you spent the first probably week of 2025 going over what was well last year, what didn't work well, what do you want to do different, what do you want to keep, what do you want to get rid of, all the things in preparation for this year. But I think the biggest question that I've come up with, and I want to ask you today, what will be different? Based off of everything that happened last year, what will be different this year? For me, I played it safe. I've been playing it safe, honestly, for a very long time. And last year, I played it way too safe. There were things that I should have gone after that I had the ability to go after. I had the energy, I had the resources. And for no other excuse, no better reason besides I didn't believe in me. I didn't go after it. I didn't do the thing that I wanted to do. I didn't chase the dream. I didn't try to put into motion the things that I very well knew could have produced dividends this year. I played it safe. What about you? What happened in 2024 that you feel like, man, I played it safe? I didn't play full out. I left too many cards on the table, right? What will be different this year? Are you going to try something different in terms of your health? Are you going to look at things maybe differently with your finances? For me, this year, I'm trying something different by coming on here on YouTube instead of the previous platform that I was going on. And I'm just testing the waters. I'm showing up in front of a lot more people who I don't know. And so comments come as they may, but I'm showing up and all of me, as all of me, sharing the things that God put on my heart. I'm going through the Bible in the year podcast with Mike Schmidt, Father Mike Schmidt. And today we read Genesis 14 through 16. This is a story of Abraham and Sarah before they were Abram and Sarai, right? And so in the process of Abraham being told years ago that I will bless you, you'll be a father of many nations, be able to count the number of descendants that I give you, he received this promise and he held on to this promise. And then after time passed, he neglected that promise. He didn't think it was going to happen. He didn't think it was possible. And so he took matters into his own hands. And if you know the story of Abraham and Hagar and Sarah, then you know that Sarai gave her maidservant to Abraham to have a child with because he didn't see how it could happen on his own power. He didn't see how he could do it. He's like, I'm dumb old, God. There's no way I'm going to have a kid. No way. No way. And the Lord said, okay, this is the way you want to go. But here, let me tell you something. And he even made a covenant with Abraham. And Abraham didn't believe him. He didn't believe what was promised to him. And so later on, God shares with him. He's like, look, I need you to count the stars in the sky. Count the sand on the beach. You are going to have so many descendants. You now have room to receive all these things that I'm sharing. I'm telling you. And it's going to come through your wife. And he's like, no way. And he laughs. He laughs. And so the Lord tells him, he's like, no, like this time next year, your wife, Sarah, will give birth to a son. Here's what you're going to name him. And I thought about last year, all the things that I took into my own hands, just like Abraham, out of faithlessness, out of not believing that God would do what he promised. I took matters into my own hands. And a lot of the decisions that I made, they didn't pan out well. Right? But now here I am on the other side of that, being able to see the lessons learned. And so my question to you is, what's going to be different? What will you do differently this year in 2025 that you had time to reflect on from last year? Will it be the way you handle your money? Will it be the way you handle your relationships? Will it be the circle that you keep? Some people say that your network is your net worth, and I absolutely believe it. Because I started getting around people with bigger purses, and guess what? My purse got bigger. Not because I was asking for money, but because I had a different mindset. My mentality was different. And that actually attracted more people to me now. Unfortunately, some of those people wanted to, like, you know what I'm saying, like try to get in my purse. And I was like, I don't even carry purses. I only carry wallets. But all that to say, what will be different for you? I am super excited. We are launching our book, Before She Knew Jesus. If you are new to me, I'm a big Jesus buff. I love Jesus, love God. And so I've been writing since I was 14, and I now have my 10th book coming out. with Fit Press. Super excited about this book, Before She Knew Jesus. And it is actually me sharing all the things that I should have done, that I could have done after knowing Jesus, right? So we're talking about what would be different. And I go through in my chapter what I would have done differently and the things that God has shown me through me having this spirit of reflection and learning from my previous mistakes. So it's Wednesday Wonder, and I'm going to come on here every Monday and every Wednesday. So you might get sick of me, but aside, if you want to hear more encouragement, you want to understand a little bit more about me and my backstory, go ahead, push that like and subscribe situation, get the notification so that you know next time I go live. But it's Wednesday, and I am wondering what's going to be different for you this year. Please, whatever you do, do not enter 2026 the same way you did 2025 with all the shoulda, woulda, couldas. I had one coach used to tell me, you got to stop shooting all over yourself, using all these, I should have done this, I should have done that, I could have done this. Nobody got time for that. What is going to be different? What will you do different? If God has blessed you with another year, this is a year for you to take matters into your own hands after you submit it first into his hands. So, Wednesday wondering, what's going to be different for you? The way that the story ends, Sarah, 1 year later, she has Isaac. He becomes the father of many nations. Abraham's promise is given to him just as God predicted. And he finally surrenders to God's will. For me, that's what's going to be different. This year, I'm going to fight to make sure that I surrender my will to God first and foremost. And then when God presents all these wonderful opportunities, like coming up on here and sharing my testimony with you all, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to run from it. I'm not going to get scared. I'm not going to retreat. I'm going to show up. And I'm going to ensure that I am doing things differently. So again, for you, what's going to be different this year, 2025? What will you do differently? God bless, and I'll see you soon. Peace.